And we're here with Lukas Denis, the defensive back and wide receiver at Everett High School. It almost seems like yesterday you were a freshman here.
I believe so, but times go through pretty fast, and just learning with this team and just build stronger bonds and create better futures.
As far as this year, I mean, your role has certainly been different. Maybe not as much on the field, but off the field. Where do you feel your role has changed off the field?
A lot more of leadership. People look up to me as things to do and whatnot. Last year I was sort of a younger guy, but I still held the same role, but it wasn't as significant.
As far as in the last game, Tewksbury, they leaned. It wasn't just you as a defensive back, you as a wide receiver, making a big play for the touchdown. Talk about stepping up in that game.
Well, I know I had to, because in tough times we look to pass me the ball sometimes. I've noticed, but it was a big down and distance, so I felt that I had to just take the lead and do what I had to do.
Is there extra pressure playing for an Everett?
No, I don't think so. I think I've just known everybody here my whole life, so I'm pretty comfortable here.
As far as Everett, they've really earned a reputation as being a defensive back type of school. A lot of the kids have gone on to good colleges. When you were growing up, did you pattern yourself after any of them?
I didn't really much, but I did like Manny a lot. He taught me so many things on offense and defense.
Now, speaking of Manny Esprit, not only have you followed his footsteps here, next year you're going to be following his footsteps up at BC. Tell us your decision as far as what it was about BC that convinced you that that's the place for you.
I think it was mostly feeling at home and fitting into the defense. They play a lot of man, and that's what I like to do. I like to be a physical corner up front, and when I'm back deep, I don't like to backpedal too much, so that's what it is.
As far as Everett, the last thing I was going to say is, talk about the community support for the program, because you go to some places, I'm sure you've seen them, and, you get in the stands, there's not many people. You come here, you have an appreciative crowd. Talk about that.
Well, we have a nice and small city. It's almost about like a mile wide, so on these Friday nights or Saturday day games, the whole city's here, and they're all screaming your name, and it's just a tradition that lasts a long time.
A couple of years from now, what's going to be the lasting thing, when you look back at Everett, what's going to be a lasting memory of here?
Lasting memory? I would say growing up and the whole tradition, just growing up around it. Because we used to play football every day, like in the park and stuff, and I think that's what just led me to become a football player.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Good job, Lucas.
Thank you.
Here, John DiBiaso, head football coach at Everett. Everett's almost become like a D-back U, if you will. You've got the latest going into Division I, Lukas Denis. What is it about Lukas that makes him a D1 prospect?
Danny, I think that the most important thing is everybody is unanimous in that he's a great kid. He's just a wonderful young man. Credit to his mom, role model to all the younger players, and that reflects in that he works very, very hard at it. Both here during practice and the off season, he's developed his body, and he's a good student of the game, and he's just a complete player.
And last week against Tewksbury, where you needed the big plays, he stepped up. Is that something you have to expect from him pretty much this year?
Yes, he's our go-to guy, and we're asking a lot of him. But so far he's responded. He's kind of taken us on his back a couple of games, and hopefully some of these younger guys will step up and give him a little bit of a hand. But as of now, he's our go-to guy.
Last question. As far as Division I recruit, you've had Manny, you've had other guys here. What is it about him that makes him a D1 recruit?
He's got great feet, anticipation, quickness. He's very much like Manny in that he comes up with big plays, and he's played football all his life. He's a product of the Pop Warner system here. He's been playing for probably about 8 years. So he has a lot of game savvy that some of the other guys don't have. But I think he'll do great at Boston College with Coach Adazio, and I think he's going to have a fantastic career over there.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, good seeing you.
Thank you, Danny.